These memories will stay with me.
You guys, welcome back. It is August 19th, 2025. My name is Laura, and I am the owner and creator behind Back Porch Fiber Co. You guys, welcome. It has been so long. I think maybe since January. I think. Let me give you guys a little backstory. So, if you want to scan ahead, if you're not interested in what has been going on since January in my life, just skip ahead. Not offended. But I will try to make it quick. And I will get into works in progress, some new things in my stash, new products in the shop that I have for you guys as well, and probably a few other things. So, let's get started, you guys. All right, so where have I been? Because I just feel like I literally just disappeared off of YouTube, off of Instagram, etc. It's been a year, you guys. So my daughter was engaged on New Year's Eve. And so she's in nursing school. So she wanted to get married like at the beginning or kind of mid-summer so that her and her husband would have some time just to enjoy married life before they both went back to school and work. So, I mean, that is enough, right? That in and of itself probably explains pretty clearly where I've been. We put the wedding together in about 6 months, and she did it a little bit non-traditional. So she did a small ceremony, or I say she, but they did a small ceremony of about 30 people. And then 2 weeks later, well, they went on their honeymoon. 2 weeks later, then they had their reception. So it was like throwing 2 weddings, basically. It was a lot of work. We did a lot of stuff ourselves. We catered, well, we kind of like the ceremony, we cooked some of the food ourselves and catered some of it just to help out with that. But it was a lot, you guys. It was so much work. I've never paid that much money to work that hard in my life. So that was that. But along with that came a wedding shower that we threw as well. And then just all the typical prep stuff that went along with it. It was a phenomenal time. I would do it all again tomorrow, but it was a lot of work. So that's the first thing that was going on. Second, another daughter of mine had a baby. So we are officially grandparents, and we've just been trying to get as much time with baby as we can, and just try to help out my daughter where we can as well. But along with that came a baby shower and all of that. Well, we also decided that we needed to do some backyard renovations to host said wedding shower. And so that was another, like, as soon as the weather turned, that was something else that we put on our plate. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we felt it necessary for health reasons to remodel our house. We needed to get rid of all of our old carpet. We have dogs. If you have dogs and carpet, you know. And it had kind of caught up to us, like how long it had been since we replaced our carpet. And we could just tell, like, it was musty in here. Things were just kind of starting to smell like dog, which the house had never smelled like that before. And man, when we took out that carpet, like instantly the house brightened, the air was just fresher. It needed to be done. But we did that all in the middle of the showers and the wedding and all of that, and baby and all of that. And we did it ourselves. We installed our floor. Our house is around 2,400 square feet or so, and we did the entire downstairs ourselves, which is the majority of the house. And then we did baseboards and door trims and painted the doors and updated some kitchen stuff, our fireplace, our mantle. We did so much, you guys. We did so much, and we did it ourselves because like we got a quote for the floor and it was a reasonable price for how much flooring there is. It just wasn't in our budget. And so we did it ourselves. It was a lot of work. Literally, my house was in chaos for 4 months. I've tried to podcast. I've actually recorded. I've taken you guys on vlogs with me. And you guys have never seen any of that because I just didn't have the mental capacity to edit and spend time doing that. Like my husband and I, we literally were just exhausted constantly because we were like, he would go to work, come home, and we would be doing house remodel stuff. I would be doing stuff throughout the day. Like I did all the baseboard, I painted everything. Like it was, you guys, I just can't even tell you, it was so much work. But we're at a place where like we just bought rugs. I don't have construction material in my house, like living in my house anymore. It's all put away. I had my very good friend Annie. She used a podcast. Hopefully she gets back into it, but Knits and Burls is her YouTube and Instagram handle. And so she came to visit a week ago, and we went on a knitting retreat together from my knitting group that we did, or that I have going on. So the week before she came was a huge push to get the rest of the house done in a spot where we could put it away. It's not done yet. There's just some smaller items that we need to finish, but we're in a place now where we don't have to have it living in our house anymore. We actually just had somebody today come and put all the trim pieces on our floor because it was just something that was a little bit intimidating for us. So our floor guy, we had our carpet done upstairs, and then we also did that. We paid to have the trim put in as well. The floor trim. It's like when you go from like next to the fireplace or in a door jamb, there's just a little piece of trim there. And that kind of finished work we were just nervous about, so we hired that out. Anyways, that's where we are. There have been many days when I got zero knitting in, which is not like me. I usually knit most days. It is unusual if I don't knit in a day. So yeah, I don't know. I just did not have the mental capacity, and my shop was just kind of floating. I wasn't really adding new products to the shop. I wasn't updating, like it was updated as far as quantity goes and that kind of thing. And I was shipping orders out, but I wasn't giving it the care and attention that it definitely needs for growth. And that was a little discouraging, but at the same time, I knew that that's what was happening. I did do the Fiber Frolic Festival in Vacaville, California. That one is super close to me, and it's a great event. It's a really fun, it's more for weavers and spinners, but it is a really fun event. And I feel like my Notions shop just really fits in with so many different fiber communities, which is really great. So that was a blast. I have chosen not to do the Lambtown Festival, which is in Dixon, California, but it's in October. My son plays volleyball, and last year I had to miss out on his banquet and stuff for Lambtown, and this is our last family sports season. He's a senior this year. I'm just not willing to miss it. So yeah, Lambtown will just have to wait till next year, and I am like no regrets. I have no issues with that whatsoever. I just want to be there for my son this year. Yeah, not missing a game for anything. We have tournaments, and I am loving it. It's so fun. Anyways, okay, that is life update. I have been working on a lot. I've been doing a lot of socks just because it's very easy. I've also been working on my son's blanket a lot this year because it's easy. I finished. I'll try to pop in a picture of the cami that I finished for my daughter. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Yeah, we could just jump in right there. We can just jump in with some finished objects, and that would definitely be one of them. Like I said, I've already given her the cami. It sat here for a couple weeks until she grabbed it, but it's okay. Hopefully I didn't delete any pictures that I took of it. We'll see. I've already had 2 coffees today. So, okay, let me preface all of this too. This podcast is a complete last minute podcast. I was literally working on a project, not a knitting project, but a crafty project that I will share with you guys. And I'm like, I have such a quiet house today. I just need to do this. So that's where we're at. So it might seem a little bit jostled around, but we're just jumping in because that's what I just need to do. Okay. Finish objects. I think, okay, let me show you. I'm going to go grab these socks real quick. Hold on. We're just going to put that on the ground. Okay, so I finished these socks. This is a Drops Fable yarn. I liked it. This yarn is so reasonably priced, you guys. I intentionally did not try to match them up there, but they are, just off a little bit, but I did not try to match them up. My friend Annie gave me this yarn as a gift one year and just decided that it would be the perfect socks for my mother-in-law. Very excited to gift these to her. These are her colors, and her birthday is next month, so just excited to give those to her. For some reason, I kind of feel like these are maybe a little bit off, maybe by a couple rows, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so those are for her. Those are a finished object. I finished and gifted a pair of socks to my son-in-law just last night. It was his birthday yesterday, and so I gifted those to him. He picked out the yarn, all that. He knew that they were coming. And my husband and I, we actually gifted both my daughter and my son-in-law their entertainment center for their birthdays, but I just wanted to have a little something for them to open. So I don't know if I have a picture of that, but if I do, I'll pop it in here. Okay, my other finished object, although I'm calling it a finished object because it is finished. It just needs repair because it sat for so long. But I did finish it. I have it in this basket here with a lot of products, new products that I want to share with you guys later. But okay, so it's a scrappy blanket. There are holes in here. There's a few. So I'm just trying to find similar yarn that I have on hand, or it could even be the same yarn, but a lot of these I did actually use all the yarn, but there's a hole right there. I know I have something similar to that, if not the same color. But this is, it's just a scrappy chevron blanket, worked in strips. When I was doing this last strip, where I think it was over here somewhere, I think when I was doing this last one, I realized how much I really disliked working on this project. But I love the outcome of it. I would just do it differently. I just kind of I saw something similar to this blanket, and I just made up my own pattern for it. But I definitely would have done it differently. I would have done the increases a lot differently. Because to get a chevron, you decrease on the edges and increase on the in the center. Yeah, and then I'm also like slipping the stitch here in the center on the back, and which created for tight increases on each side of that. So I just would have done it a little differently with my increases, made them easier, probably do more of like a so I just did in the cami that I did for my daughter, the increases in it are a little bit different than what I've seen before, and it was like a backward loop cast on basically. Like with your thumb, I don't know, I just kind of wrapped it around my thumb and then put it on is how I do that, and then like a reverse yarn over. I would do that next time because then you're not going into a previous stitch. So it would work really great for that slipped stitch center. But I love this. I think that this is going to be a blanket that I keep in my car. Or I'll put it in my office because I have a new office now with so many kids moving out of the house. We have empty bedrooms. So it could go in there. It could go in my car for just a lap blanket. It's not super big. But at one point I kind of wanted to make it bigger, and I considered taking off all the bind off edging and making it longer, and I was just ready to be done with the project, so I did not do that. But I do really love it. Every time I see it, I just absolutely love it. So I'm really, really glad that I finished it. Glad that it's not just sitting in a basket next to my fireplace, gaining dust and getting holes. So the holes come from, if you followed me for any length of time, you will know that we have dealt with carpet beetles. Now, since then, I don't know how true this is, but there's been a major yarn company that has reportedly had carpet beetles in their yarn. They could have come from that. They could come from anywhere. They can just come from outside. I don't know, but I spray my yarn with vinegar. I put it in, I now hold all my yarn in glass canisters and jars so that I can still see it and be inspired, but so that it is safe from carpet beetles. Anyways. Okay. The other finished project that I have is, okay, what is it called? I forget. I don't even know. It's from Life is Cozy. The cami itself is stunning. It is beautiful. I love it, and I would love one for myself. There's no way that I'm willing to make another one. Because I did think like maybe I'll make one for my daughter, and then maybe I'll make one for me a little bit longer. Nope. I could not finish that thing fast enough. I just didn't enjoy the knit. I felt like my gauge was off because the yarn was pretty specific for the gauge. Every time I looked at the pictures that the maker was, or that the designer was using, I felt like she was using much smaller needles than what her pattern actually called for. And I don't know if that was a thing or not, but I don't know, like I kept finding that I had to interpret the pattern. And when I'm spending quite a bit of money for a pattern, I don't want to interpret the pattern. I want it to be spelled out. Maybe that's just a personal preference, but I just felt like I had to guess on too much. And then the other thing, so I did the extra small, and I am on count for everything. I'm doing so it's a chevron. I really hope that I have a picture of it. You know what? I will pop a picture of it, whether it's mine or the stock photo, I will pop that in and make sure you can see what I'm talking about. But it's a chevron style cami. And then you finish the bottom by filling in the triangles, like the chevron pieces, so that it sits flat at the bottom. I don't remember the pattern saying that like that's how you're also binding off and then you pick up stitches for the hem. So I'm going along and I'm like, I don't understand how this is working. It doesn't make sense to me. And then I see the bind off edge and I'm like, oh, I was binding off. I don't know, maybe I missed that in the pattern, but I get down and it says like end with 5 stitches. Well, one row you're doing a 2 repeat, one row you're doing a 4 repeat, and for the extra small, I would have either had 3 or 7 stitches, so I just had to pick one. But it was just like disheartening to get to the end and not have the right stitch count. And then for the hem, I think I picked up like 40 less stitches than what the pattern called for. And I'm thinking, wow, if I had picked up 40 more stitches, it would have just been a ruffle at the bottom, and it wasn't supposed to be a ruffle. 40 less stitches. And the pattern, it was just not fun. It was beautiful, but it was not fun. Okay, I don't mean to rant about it. And maybe, I'm sure that there are people out there who will eat this pattern up and just love the challenge of it, but it was a little bit too challenging for me. Maybe if I didn't have all the stuff going on, because I did that during house remodel and wedding and all of that, maybe I'd feel different about it, but I don't think so. I don't know. Anyways, it's done. It's great. My daughter loves it. It fits her great. It is probably a little bit big, but that's just because my gauge was off. I used Knitting for Olive in the Pure Silk, and that was another thing. I didn't enjoy the Pure Silk held double. It was not fun for me. I didn't like it. Okay, you guys, moving on to some works in progress. All right, I wanted to give you guys an update on my blanket. This is the one that I am knitting for my son. Oh, you guys, look at. This is the color that I did for my son-in-law's socks that I gifted him yesterday. It's a Primrose Yarn Company color. All right, so here is the blanket. I'm pretty early on into a square, so that's gonna feel a bit wonky, but yeah, I'm loving this blanket, you guys. I work on it a little bit almost every single morning. And I started, so at my knitting retreat weekend, we went to a yarn store and I purchased some yarn, my friend purchased some yarn, and then we gifted each other like 5 grams of each to put to our scrappy blanket. So these are the ones from the weekend, and then I have a few more to add. But anyways, I don't even know how many squares this is. We're not going to count them right now, but that's where we're at with that. From this last weekend, I have these 2 to add from the knitting retreat. Okay, and then, so at our knitting retreat, you guys, we had so much fun. The reason that I'm talking about this now is because so my friend Tanae and I, we were organizing this knitting retreat. And one of the things that we did Friday night is we did a cast on party. So we had games, kind of like a hot potato, but with knitting. Super fun. We had like beer pong, but with knitting cups and knitting prizes. So we called it Knit Pong. And then the idea was that everybody had to cast on a project, and then you explained what project you were doing. So I chose to do the Birds and Ships cowl. I'll put a picture up of it. I don't have a good picture here, but I chose to use this yarn. It is called Cardiff Cashmere. It is straight from Italy. My stepmom got it for me. It is, so I have 3 25-gram balls of this yarn. And let's see, I got just 2 the point in the pattern where you connect it all together. I think it goes like this. So it's longer in the front, shorter in the back. And now I think I have, like, you work the lace throughout the entire project, but I think that the majority of it is just garter now. So you're just, or no, I guess you're knitting and then purling. And, oh, no, you're just knitting. I did the garter and now I'm just knitting. So it does change from a garter section to a knit section, and that's where I'm at. This is super soft, you guys. I love this yarn. I love the pattern. Super fun to work on. I have not worked on it since I got back from the knitting retreat, just because I wanted to finish those socks for my son-in-law. But we did make bags for everybody. And then on the back, this is our last year's knitting retreat. And then this year's knitting retreat, we all have our names on our bag as well. And then next year, if we go again, I'll make another logo and put that there in like a little patch. Okay, so that's a work in project. Okay, the other work in progress is actually not knitting, but I wanted to show you because it is such a fabulous project, and I could not be happier about it. I'm so excited. This, it's a stocking for my grandson. But look, I just started this the other day, and this is what it looks like right now. This is what it will be. And that's what it is right now. So how I do these projects, every single piece is numbered, and then you go in number order and put these pieces on. Sometimes you embroider stitches on them, or you add sequins, you stuff them. Like this little tree is stuffed, but like this tree here is not stuffed. And so sometimes you stuff it, sometimes you don't, but you just layer them and applique them on top of each other as instructed to do so. What I have found is the easiest is to do a general cutout of everything with the number attached, and then just put those in order, like stack them on top and put them in order. So then that way you're not constantly searching for the next piece or what color is it, etc. But I've done, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 or 10. This is my 10th or 11th one that I have done. So I do them for our family. So anytime somebody joins our family, we had many years back, we had a young gal living with us, and I just wanted to make sure that she felt a part of the family. So I made her one. And then when she got married, I made one for her husband. And I can't remember if I think she made them for her sons. That's why I say 9 or 10. I know she made the second one, but I think she made them for each of her sons. But anyways, I love this project, and I am finding, okay, last night I was up till like 12:30 working on this project. It is just so addicting. I don't know how long it'll take me to get here or to get this done, but they go faster than you think, in my opinion. Like some of the stuff that you do at the beginning takes longer than like adding on future pieces, but I am loving this project so much. Okay, that's kind of what I have to show you guys, because I just feel like some stuff I've gifted out, some stuff is long and gone. I really haven't been doing that much knitting, just a lot of socks lately. I made a pair of socks for my son-in-law, and they didn't quite fit him out of this, the Langjawal yarn. It's a little bit thinner, and I didn't account for that when I was making his socks, so they went to my husband, and he was pretty happy about that. Okay, so knitting retreat, you guys. I'm just going to give you like a quick little 3-minute overview of the weekend. So how we start out is we pick a coffee shop that is on the way to where we are going, and we all meet there for our regular Friday morning knit group. And then we mosey our way to our destination. So this time we stopped and had lunch. We stopped at another town and had or went to a yarn shop called Heathered Yarns. And let me show you what I got there. Isn't that fabulous? And this is their hand-dyed yarn from Heathered Yarns. This is like tomato, something like that, hot tomato. And then like 5 of us got this color. And I'm doing the vanilla bean socks. That's another work in progress. But anyway, so we go to the yarn shop and then we go to our destination. And we did a cast-on party. There was a pool. We had knitting in the pool. We played games. We do all of our meals there. And so we just like kind of have most things prepped and then have like a team for dinner, team for breakfast, cleanup teams, all of that. And we did like knitting Mad Libs. We did knitting questionnaires, played games. It was just so fun, you guys. I cannot recommend a knitting retreat enough. And you guys, we have people in our group that are very new, like only dishcloth knitters. We have people in our group who have been knitting for decades, literally decades. It was just such a fun time together. And my friend and I, like, this was our second one, and we definitely learned a lot from our last one. And then like this one was just a lot easier for us. It was so great. We loved it. Cannot wait for the next one. Super excited about it. Okay. That's the knitting weekend recap. It was so fun. Okay. I just want to show you guys, so if you're not interested in this, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your love, support, and for the people that have reached out to me within this time, thank you so much for your care and concern. It was not unnoticed. And yeah, it's because of you guys that I am back here today. So thank you, thank you. Okay, if you want to stick around for some really quick product updates, and I'm hoping that by the time this is out that these products will be in the shop. Can't promise. We're going to be taking some photos today and trying to get those uploaded into the shop. Shop info is, you can go to my website, which is backporchfiberco.com, or you can go to Etsy, and my shop name is also Back Porch Fiber Co. on Etsy. So you can go to either spot. And then, oh, you can also find me on Instagram too. Thank you guys so much for all of those people who follow me on Instagram. I am not active on there right now, but I do plan to be again. But go back and look at previous content. It's still all there. Okay. I wanted to show you guys, I have some new organizers coming to the shop. So this little guy to start I've had these in the shop for some time. I love these guys. But yellow is a new color in the shop. And I just ordered more from my wholesaler, so I will be getting more of these guys in. But I love, you can put a little pair of scissors here. These are such great little notion holders for either needle stoppers or stitch markers, all kinds of stuff. So I will even like wind up a little piece of barber cord and put one in as well. I do have one of these in my car for emergency notion supply because ironically, I'm the notions gal and I never have the right notions that I need because I take for granted that I have it. I don't know. And I'm always rushing out. So I do have these. So I have right now in the shop, I have yellow, pink, and coffee, I think are the ones that I have in the shop currently. I will be getting blue and smoke and clear back in hopefully soon, hopefully within a couple weeks. So, okay. And then I have these super fun, cute little notions containers. So these open up like this. And so you can use these for more of the notions, you guys, too. So I use these for all the sequins and the beads and everything for my stocking. I have like the sequins and the different pouches. But again, you can fit a darning needle, you can fit scissors in here, all kinds of stuff. But I love these. They all open up. And if you grab one of my little stickers, it's like a custom little pouch. If you can like put a little sticker on the back. Love these. Okay, so I have these in blue and pink, white, green, and cream. Love, love, love these, you guys. I think that the green is probably my favorite, but I mean, I do like them all, so you know. Okay, the other thing that I have some new things, and now these, you guys, are, I don't have a lot of each one in the shop because I've got these for Fiber Frolic, but I'm gonna put the remainder of the ones that I have in the shop, and those are amazing retractable tape measures. So I have a couple different rainbow options. I have a pineapple, a strawberry, a flower, and somewhere in here, I have a banana. Well, I'll come across it, but I have a banana too. Okay. I have also, you guys, updated my Post-it note pattern trackers. I love the new colors. I have added an extra row in here. I've added something in here. I think I've added some extra rows. And then every circle is numbered. Before, just the top ones were numbered, but every circle is numbered. Yeah, a little bit darker in print. So those, you guys, these are so cheap, and there's 50 pages, and it's Post-it note brand. Post-it note brand, you guys. Because who wants a Post-it note that isn't gonna stick? So I use those in my patterns where I need to follow up. I use them for a lot of things, actually. I use them for amigurumi projects. I use them when I am doing row repeats. I use it just for keeping count of patterns, but then that way you don't have to mark up your whole pattern, especially if you're doing socks or something with multiple repeats. You can just pop one of those on your pattern and just cross them off. They're amazing. The other thing that I went a little bit crazy on, you guys, is stickers. Stickers. I don't even know. I think I have them all in here. Oh yeah, there they are. So I'm using this microphone for the first time. I hope it's not super annoying for you guys. If it is, my apologies. Let's see. Why can I not find all the fun stuff that I put in here for you guys to show you? It's pretty silly. There it is. Okay, there's the other thing. All right. So, stickers, you guys. I have a lot of new stickers in the shop. So, I have I'm going to go through them super quick. I don't even know if this is going to focus. I hope it does. But I have this Time to Unwind, Yarn Addict. I've had this one in the shop before. It's a spinning wheel. This one is, actually I'll save that one for last. Okay, Granny Square Fan Club. Just a cute little skein of yarn. One that says Knit Life on there. This one has been in the shop for a while, Home Sweet Home. It's a yarn store. And today's a good day to sit and knit. That one has also been in the shop for a while. I have, I'm missing one, but that's okay. In my crochet era, in my knitting era, and in my sock knitting era. I have another sheep one, but I have two sheep. This one is really fun. This is like an iridescent. This is how I roll. And this new design, which I'm absolutely in love with. And I have it in a bag and a sticker. It's not you. No, it's not me. It's you. See, I even know. That's so funny because I always think, well, it's not you, it's me. But no, it's not me, it's you. Isn't that funny? I love this. So this is a 10 by 12 project bag. Okay. I love that design. It's definitely my favorite right now. Okay, then the other thing, and I'm trying to decide which one to open for myself because I love these progress keepers, but I do also sell these beaded stitch markers, progress keeper sets. And you guys, I am actually not going to be making any more of these. So the ones that are in the shop and that I have in inventory, that will be it. I'm not going to actually be making any more of these. Yeah, just a choice of where I'm going with my business, but I do love them. So I do have quite a few in the shop, lots of different sets. I don't know which one to open. I kind of like this one. I also have a Halloween set too. That would be super fun to open up since it's more getting into fall. I have a couple cool fall sets too. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to be opening up one of those to fill. I have a personal organizer that I use because I just feel like I need to fill it up. I do lose them, you guys. We all lose them. It just is what it is. So even I need to replenish. I always have a lot. Okay, you guys, that is it. Life update, shop update, knitting update, and beyond this time. Thank you guys so much. If you stuck around till now, thank you so much, you guys. It feels so great to be back and in this space with you all again. And we will see you guys, hopefully not in 6 months, but in a week or two. Bye, you guys. All right, you guys. So I was putting all my stuff away from podcasting. This is my new yarn room, well, office / yarn room. And I'll probably be trying to actually podcast in here going forward. It's just not quite ready yet. Anyways, as I was putting everything away, I thought, why not do a sale? So for 1 week after this podcast airs, I'm going to have everything in the shop is 25% off. No code needed. I'm just going to mark it all 25% off. That's on my website and on Etsy. 25% off. It is my thank you for being loyal, for just giving me grace in this time of life when I have not been able to be on this platform as much as I have wanted to. Yeah, it's just a little thank you from me to you to celebrate being back and just reigniting everything. So 25% off for 1 week in my shop. And I will activate that coupon when I post this, and it'll be good for 1 week after I post this video. Thanks you guys again. Bye.